All right, let's get into some little more serious and like sad news that happened in the current event space since we've been away. So on Monday, February 6th, a 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck southeastern Turkey in the northwestern part of Syria. At the time when this was first reported, it was recorded 10,000 deaths had occurred. Since then, it has amassed over 36,000 people, and it's still counting as they're finding people in the rubble, the scene that happened, and all that stuff, and the buildings that collapsed, and things of that nature. When I first saw that, it was just sad to me, bro. My girlfriend, she has family over in Turkey. Me and Shan were talking about in the group chat about how that's something that's like super scary because you can't prepare for it. And I know thoughts and prayers don't do much for us just saying it on the mic, but just a humanitarian issue like that's so tragic. Make sure you do all your research and find places where you can help donate. Send whatever you have over there because people's lives changed in a blink of an eye. It happened on a Monday morning. People were sleeping in bed, and it's just crazy. So I just want to get your guys like initial thoughts when you see a tragedy like this happen. That's like I said, you can't do anything about it. What were your guys' thoughts when I kind of like dropped the article in there and we are kind of discussing it?
It's scary because you just always think, what the hell would you do in that situation? And you really will never know what you would do because that's just some imaginable. It's just some imaginable stuff.
Yeah, like
nothing that we've ever been through can ever relate to being in an earthquake like that, where everything around us is shaking and falling and buildings are collapsing and, like you said, 30,000 people, bro. That's so many people.
That's a lot of people, bro.
That's so many people,
bro.
Like families are deceased, generations are deceased.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like you've seen it happen in other countries like Haiti and even like on a smaller end in like California and stuff. And you just think about, man, all that stuff lost, all the communities that have to be rebuilt.
Yeah.
How long is that going to take? People's lives are forever changed. They got to move. They lost family members. So it's just always a sad situation. It sucks.
Yeah, it's always sad because like for me, I can only first off, I can only imagine what people are going through in that type of situation because it's like it's one of those things where you can't like I don't have much to say. I'll be honest with you, and it's not because like it's just nothing that I can say is gonna make anything come back. Like
facts. No, I get what you're saying.
Yep.
Tens of thousands of people died from something that was very unfortunate. Families were separated. People's livelihoods were destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And just even taking that out, even if they survived, it's a very traumatic event because you probably knew somebody that lost their life. You know what I'm saying? Like those kids probably went to school, came back the next, like went home, and probably not going to see their friends again. Probably 100%. Not going to see their schools. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's just it's really hard for me to like grasp these things because like I always think about like, and I don't want to like try to make it in a selfish way, but like I always think about like stuff that happens to family back home where it's like if something traumatic were to happen, like I had like my aunt like years ago, like people broke into her crib, ransacked her whole crib. You feel me? Granted, she was okay, but it's like that kind of like trauma, like it resonates with you for a minute, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's like there's only so much you can do and say, you know?
Yeah, especially something like this, bro, where it's like there's no way of even knowing when something like this can occur.
Yeah, and you can't run from that.
You
bro.
can't run from it.
Yeah.
You can't run from it. And it's just sad because like we're sitting here shooting a pod. Think about that. We're sitting here shooting a podcast and everything just comes crumbling down while we're shooting a podcast. Everything around us.
Yeah.
I was watching because I kept reading up on this because it's kind of close to home. I was reading up on this. I saw an article where a guy said he buried his brother, his wife, his nieces, like two of his nieces, his nephews, and like his son, and it was just him left.
Whole family.
Another guy was found in the rubble after like 9 days. He said the way he survived, he had to drink his own urine.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
that's
like,
real survival.
That's survival. He said there's no water. He ran out of water. They found kids in the rubble, legs crushed, but their upper half of their body they're still alive and stuff like that, but they can't move anymore. Think about that. And another thing is like people don't know like a 7.8 magnitude
is massive.
Earthquake is massive. I think the biggest recorded earthquake that's happened in the last like 10 years was like a 9 point something. And it said it reached over 62 miles, and aftershocks reached over 62 miles spanning across each border, which is crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's a big earthquake, bro.
That's a big earthquake. And they said the UN just recently launched a $1 billion effort to send resources and stuff over there. But the real question I want to ask you guys, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's sad, bro. It's super sad. To help all the victims and stuff like that. But what I did see, with things like this, there's always debates and people getting backlash and things of that nature. So I want to bring up a topic for you guys, for us to just discuss when it comes to like humanitarian issues versus like war and political issues. Mm-hmm. We all know how the U.S. and Syria, they don't see eye to eye at all with a lot of stuff when it comes to politicals, there's sanctions, things of that nature. But knowing that Syria got hit, the U.S. is being backlash for not sending people over there or not allowing people to send stuff over there because of their political differences and all this stuff that's been going on over the years. So I want to see, do you think in situations like this, people should put the political stuff by the side and put the humanitarian issues first? Or do you think countries aren't in the wrong if they don't want their people to help, or the governments don't want their people to help people in other countries because their governments don't see eye to eye?
Me personally, in a perfect world that I would love to live in,
yeah,
in the perfect world that I would love to live in, is that everybody would help everybody when shit like this happen, bro. Not just one country, not just the UN, but I'm saying worldwide when shit like this happens anywhere, no matter where it is, no matter what country it is, no matter what it is, because we're talking about people and kids and generations of people being deceased. I feel like the entire world should pitch in and help.
I agree, bro.
Not just other, you know what I'm saying? Like, put the politics aside. We're talking about human life, like you said, humanitarian stuff. Like, come on. But that'll never happen, unfortunately. But in a perfect world, that's how I would do it.
Yeah,
everybody come together and make it happen together.
You should, and it should be more than just $1 billion. Like to put it into context, right? Like,
that's why I said shit. Only $1 billion.
That's why I said only $1 billion, bro.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure
It's only $1 billion, bro.
No, I had to double check before I said what I was about to say. Like, this GDP of Syria is $11 billion. Like, and I don't want people to be offended on how I'm saying this. Like, Jeff Bezos can buy the GDP of Syria.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? And all the UN did was say we're gonna raise $1 billion. Jeff Bezos made $1 billion in like 6 weeks during the pandemic. And we're only asking for $1 billion.
Like, how much is that really going to help?
Turkey's GDP is like $819 billion. So what is, like, together we're talking about $830 billion worth of GDP. And think about that, just crumbled in a matter of seconds.
Seconds, bro.
So now, and you think that $1 billion, that's chump change.
That's chump change, bro.
And that's what bothers me. It's like, and I don't want to like try to connect it because obviously there's different things involved, but it's like we've been sending billions of dollars over to the Ukraine. Sending billions of dollars over freely. We didn't even get that money. Our taxes was going there.
Oh, you mean for the war and shit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But now all of a sudden it's now like we kind of have to do sanctions. We kind of have to be funny, and now we have to do a raise the war effort. Like this is a feed the children commercial. Like, come on, bro. Like, be fucking for real, bro. I'm not even trying. My bad with the F word. But
nah, bro. Like, I agree with you.
Like,
I agree with you.
It's very weird to me. Like, it's very, very weird to me. Like, I understand politics. I understand there's certain things you can't. But it's like sometimes people's lives are at stake. People's lives matter. And for a country like the U.S., a world power like the U.S., that made so much emphasis on that after the fact, after the Holocaust, after bombing people in Hiroshima, all these different things, it's like now all of a sudden people's lives are in real life danger now. You made a big effort about saying, oh yeah, we have to stop communism because we don't want people to do X, Y, and Z. Now is the time to show that you care about people. Like, now is the time to show that, yo, F the politics, F what we think, F all these different things. Let's show that we actually care about people and we could put that stuff aside. Now, obviously, yeah, like you said, Shane, in a utopian society, of course.
That would happen.
Yeah, but it's like we have to also understand, like, all the things that I just mentioned at the same time, the U.S. also showed that they didn't give a shit about those people beforehand until after bullshit happened.
They didn't before, they don't now.
And that's the worst thing about it. And it's just, it bothers me like that they said $1 billion. Like
it was something.
Yeah, like $1 billion for me would be a lot. That's why I said, but I'm just saying $1 billion for 2 countries.
I said shit.
For hundreds of millions of people.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
I mean, we even saw like how the U.S. acted when we had Hurricane Katrina and shit, bro. And that shit was at home.
That is my point exactly, bro. Think about this. How many billionaires do we have in the United States alone?
A lot.
Enough.
How much is Jeff Bezos worth? Maybe $100 billion, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something like that. Mark Zuckerberg up there. Elon Musk up there. And we're talking about, and obviously Hurricane Katrina, they probably weren't up there as much, but they probably had bread like that. And you're saying we have to do relief efforts to help our own people?
They was calling them refugees, bro.
And then now now you have this tragedy that happened overseas to people. There's probably people don't think about this either. Yes, you have the everyday citizens that live over there and stuff like that, but there's probably tourists over there. There's probably a whole bunch of people that were over there that were from different countries that were affected by this.
Talk about it.
But you want to, like you said, raise funds when you can literally just give funds. There's more than enough people that you can pull from that can give funds to help this crisis that happened.
Give for a whole lot of shit.
Guarantee you that they give out VR headsets before they actually give out true relief to help those people.
Put said VR before true relief. I won't disagree with that either, bro.
Guarantee you Mark Zuckerberg will give out all Oculus Rifts before he would give out actually food and drinks and waters, bro. Like, and it's just wild to me that like we actually have to think about the fact that you're raising relief. $1 billion would have saved the South for Hurricane Katrina.
Oh, 100%.
You get what I'm saying?
100%.
Not a country though.
But what are you supposed to do the whole country? $1 billion. Bro, let me
think about it.
Let me just
lives, infrastructures, everything, bro. And like you talked about them sending over money to the Ukraine because they bombed and their electric grid got blown out or whatever it was. Bro, their whole grid got wiped off the face of the earth.
Niggas only said $1 billion.
That's nuts. Now that y'all put it in perspective, that is nuts, bro. That is nuts.
Yeah, because not like $1 billion ain't a small amount of money, but we're talking about
a country, bro.
Two countries.
We're talking about something different. That's what I'm saying. Damn, $1 billion.
Yeah, bro. It's like
because that's also a crazy statement when you say that. Like, damn, only $1 billion. That's so much fucking money, but at the same time, it's like, wow, how much is that really going to help?
Or how much is it even going to go to the people that are being affected? That's another thing.
Yeah.
It may be they may be giving the money to the countries or the governments, but how much is actually going to the people that are on the ground that are actually suffering?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see people with small militaries and stuff like that, smaller countries that don't really have anything going over there to help, but the people over here won't, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. That's got my thoughts. Like I said, in utopia world, humanitarian issues, it would be everybody it would all help. But that's my thing with politics, man. That's my thing with governments, bro. Like it's like, bro, y'all let your little, what do you want to say? Y'all jousting, big dick battles. That's what I want to call them. Ego battles take over what's really important in the world, bro. At the end of the day,
that's why I've always been big on like
macho man, like,
it's not like, and that's always been my thing. Like, ideally, in an ideal world, everybody can get what they want, right? Literally, everybody in majority of cases can get exactly what they want, how they want it, right? But it's just what I've just realized is that everybody just wants to run on a very capitalistic society. And because people want to screw people over, people enjoy capitalism because there's earning potential. That's why we can't get what we want. It's not because of the fact we can't get it. It's just people truly just like being selfish about it, you know? And it's just, it's a mad thing still.